You ever had one of those moments where everything just gets too loud? Like, not just the noise around you, but your brain too? That was me last month during this dumb family dinner. Everyone was talking over each other, and my phone kept blowing up, and my little cousin was watching cartoons at full volume like it was a concert. I remember standing up, walking to the bathroom, locking the door, and just sitting on the closed toilet lid. No lights, no phone, just silence. I was not even doing anything. I just sat there, existing. 15 minutes later, I came out like I had just come back from a week-long vacation. And the craziest part? No one even noticed I was gone. Turns out I'm not the only one doing this. There is a whole trend now called bathroom camping. No, seriously. Gen Z is literally using bathrooms as emotional safe zones. They go in, sit down, sometimes even bring snacks or a blanket, and just vibe. No scrolling, no texting, just escaping. It has become a coping mechanism, and honestly, it makes way more sense than it should. But let us break this down. Why is an entire generation finding comfort in the one room that was never meant for long stays? What does this say about where we are, mentally, emotionally, and socially? And most importantly, should we all be doing it too? Before we dive deeper, if you are already hooked by how weird and oddly relatable this is, hit that like button. And if you are the type who secretly enjoys analyzing why the world feels like a simulation lately, go ahead and subscribe. I promise it is worth your time. All right, let's talk about bathrooms. Think about it. It is the only place where you can lock the door and no one questions it. You could be in there for 5 minutes or 50 and people will just assume you are doing your business. No questions asked, no interruptions. It is a social loophole. Now, Gen Z, this chaotic, overstimulated, hyper-aware generation, has figured out how to exploit that loophole. They are not hiding. They are recharging, and the internet is loving it. TikTok is full of people showing off their bathroom setups. Some bring in candles, others have mini speakers. I saw one person who literally set up a full snack station next to the sink. Someone else had a portable fan and a weighted blanket in the bathroom. At first glance, you might think, all right, this is just another weird internet thing. But hold up. There's something deeper going on here. We are living in a time where people feel like they can never disconnect. If you are not replying fast enough, people get mad. If you are not posting, you are falling behind. If you are not performing your life for others, you are invisible. It is exhausting. So where do you go when the world feels like too much? Enter the bathroom. It is private, it is quiet, no one expects anything from you in there. It is the last sacred space in a hyper-connected world. But here is where it gets kind of dark and kind of brilliant. Some therapists are actually saying this is not a bad thing. Like, obviously, if you are spending hours a day hiding in the bathroom, maybe talk to someone. But taking intentional, quiet time, that is healthy. It is like your body is forcing you to unplug, and the bathroom is the one place where doing nothing feels acceptable. There's this one video I saw, it went viral. A girl sat on the floor of her bathroom, wrapped in a towel, drinking iced coffee, and staring at the wall. No caption, just vibes. Comments? Full of people saying, "This is my safe zone too," or "I thought I was the only one who did this," or "This is the only room where I do not feel like a failure." Let that sink in. We are not just talking about people hiding from others. We are talking about people hiding from their own expectations, their own sense of not being enough, their own burnout. This is bigger than just bathrooms. We have created a culture where constant output is expected. If you are not grinding, you are lazy. If you are not happy, you are broken. If you are not available, you are selfish. So people go to the only room where they are allowed to be alone and just stop pretending. That is why this whole bathroom camping thing is not as silly as it sounds. It is actually kind of revolutionary. It is a form of resistance. Like, screw your productivity, I am going to sit in the dark on my cold tile floor and breathe. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some people think this is just more proof that Gen Z is weak, that they cannot handle stress, that they are soft. But let me ask you this. What is weaker? Pushing yourself until you burn out completely? Or recognizing when you need to pause and actually doing it? Because honestly, I think it takes guts to say, I need space, even if that space is a locked bathroom door. Now, obviously, this trend is not perfect. Some people are taking it too far, like the ones who basically live in their bathrooms and avoid their responsibilities entirely. That is not self-care. That is escapism. There is a difference. And yeah, there are people faking it for clout, filming dramatic bathroom breakdowns just to get likes. That is not helpful either. But at the core of it, there is something real, something raw, and something a lot of us feel but never say out loud. We are tired. Tired of pretending. Tired of performing. Tired of being okay when we are not. And maybe the bathroom is not just a place to pee or shower. Maybe it is the last honest room in the house. I want to pause here and ask you, have you ever done this? Have you ever just gone into the bathroom, not because you had to, but because you needed a break? Drop a comment below. I genuinely want to know how many of us are silently living the same experience. And if you are still watching, first off, thank you. Second, if this is hitting home for you, if you are nodding along thinking, wow, I thought I was the only one, then please like this video. It helps more than you know. And hit that subscribe button if you want more deep dives like this. Back to the point. Why bathrooms? Because they are the one place where we have permission to be still. We live in a world where even resting feels like a performance. You're supposed to do yoga, light candles, journal your gratitude, and drink green smoothies. Rest has become aesthetic. But in the bathroom, no one's watching. You can cry, you can stare at nothing, you can breathe, you can be human. There's something poetic about that, right? The ugliest room in the house, the least glamorous, and yet it is the most honest. That honesty is what makes this trend worth talking about. Because it is not about bathrooms. It is about needing space in a world that never stops. It is about reclaiming privacy, reclaiming stillness, reclaiming your own time. And yeah, maybe it is funny to imagine people setting up little campgrounds next to their toilets. But is it any funnier than pretending everything is fine on social media while silently falling apart? Here's the thing. I don't think bathroom camping is a trend. I think it is a cry for help. A soft one, a quiet one, but a real one. And maybe, just maybe, the fact that it is happening at all means we are starting to wake up, starting to notice how overstimulated we are, how little time we give ourselves to feel, to rest, to just exist. So next time you see a video of someone chilling in their bathroom, don't laugh, don't judge. Instead, ask yourself, when was the last time you gave yourself permission to just be? Because maybe that's all this is. A permission slip, to pause, to breathe, to say, I'm not okay right now, and not feel guilty about it. And maybe that is exactly what we all need. All right, that's it for today's video. If this made you think, even just a little, drop a comment below and tell me your thoughts. Do you think bathroom camping is smart or just sad? Do you do it yourself? Or do you think it's just another internet joke? I want to hear from you. And hey, one last thing. If you found this interesting, thought-provoking, or even just strangely comforting, please like the video and subscribe. We talk about real stuff here, the weird, the deep, the unspoken, and I would love to have you along for the ride. See you in the next one, and until then, maybe go take a break, lock the door, sit on the floor, just breathe.